busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To throw on second down. Strong. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw on third down. Strong. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Complete to number 5. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Burton under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got to the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down. Hands it off out of the gun, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Man, I I know this isn't what they were hoping to see at any point this season from their new starter, because they brought him in to take care of the ball and add a new dimension to the offense. They didn't expect the dimension to be a bunch of turnovers, and that's what's happening right now.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Broncos 10, 49ers nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Strong. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worry.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Niners will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Over the middle, it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Off play action. Burton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 3rd down, Burton. Complete. Smith has it. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To throw on 2nd down, Burton. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. To throw on 3rd down. Strong. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, Burton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there at the 1st down. Looking to throw. Strong. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Strong. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something to develop slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bronco defense comes up big.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go in 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Off the play fake. Burton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
19 right.
Looking to throw. Burton. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. It's taken to the 26. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncosans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Off play action. Burton. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. He's going to take another shot here. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
Come on. Hey! Grab the 50. Grab the 80.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Burton. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he got the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
To throw on 2nd down, Burton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Throwing to start the drive. Strong. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. To throw again. Strong. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw. Strong. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Strong. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is... And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Burton. They shakes him up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen. but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Looking to throw on second down. Burton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Strong. And he's got it. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Burton. This will be caught. Judy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 22. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw on 2nd down, Burton. That's caught left side by Judy. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Back to throw. Burton. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown from 21 yards away. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Strong. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Evan Ingram, 64 yards. And the Niners use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Burton. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of room.
Back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a give right side. Jet. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for San Francisco, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.